Hi, everyone. Welcome to Plant-Based Cooking with AARP Alabama. We are so happy to have you here today. If this is your first time visiting, please feel free to visit aarp.local/org to see our upcoming events within the local region and also for our virtual content series. You can also follow us and like and share on AARP Alabama on Facebook and YouTube. Today we have a special treat here for you with our fabulous Chef Kim, Chef Kim Brock, and we're so happy to see what she has prepared for us today. Hi, Chef Kim, how are you? Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry about that. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing very well. I'm so excited to see what you have prepared for us today.
Well, something very cooling in these hot temps.
Nice, and that's exactly what we need for this hot summer because as we all know, the southeast heat is no other. So we're thankful for the recipe that you're going to have for us today. And then I also would like to thank Jefferson County Office of the Alabama Cooperative Extension for their support and for giving us this opportunity to live stream our show today. And Chef Kim, I would like to also ask one more thing before we start today's show. What is going to be the prep time for today's recipe?
Probably 15 minutes.
Ooh, I love that. Anything that's healthy, good, and quick, that's just a recipe for, something really, really good. I also wanted to let everyone know if this is your first time joining us, we wanted to share that AARP Alabama is a 501c organization, and our goal is to make life easier as you age. If you have any questions about AARP Alabama, please feel free to put it in the comment section or send us a direct message. Now we're back to you, Chef Kim, and I'm going to let you take it over from here.
Awesome. Well, today we are doing watermelon carpaccio, and you might think, what in the world? But this is something that's very cooling, very refreshing, like she said, especially in these temps. And it's great for a party. It's great for any kind of gathering. It's something light, healthy, sweet, and delicious. So first thing you need to do is figure out how to pick a good watermelon. So you can find on the Alabama Cooperative Extension website some tips and tricks on how to pick a really great watermelon. So one of the first things you want to look for is the field spot. You want the field spot to be yellow or like a creamy color. You don't want it to be white because that means that it was picked before it was ripe. You also want to pick a watermelon that is heavy. And I have found this summer, I have picked all great watermelons. This season, I should say. I have found that I like the ones that are closer to round watermelons than the really long ones. That's just me. But this one is sort of oblong, but it's not one of the short, squatty, round ones, but it definitely isn't the long ones. Hadn't had much success with those. But like I said, that might be my preference. So you want to pick it up. You want to make sure that it's on the heavy side. Then you want to tap it to make sure that it sounds hollow. And another really good thing that I have found is when you're looking at the lines on the watermelon, you want to make sure that they're thick. If they're thick, then that means that they're going to be sweet. So there's only about 5 ingredients to this recipe. The watermelon, of course, is the star. And so I've already got this one cut open and quartered. And so we're going to just cut the watermelon off the rind. And I just kind of do it at an angle, sort of like a scooping angle with the knife. And I'll move some of this stuff so you can see what I'm doing. But if you were to have like a big oblong platter, you could do this and bring this out for dessert. You could have it in your fridge, cooling, cover it. And then when it's ready, it's already cold. And so you also think about this. I'm going to try not to munch while I'm doing this. You can also think of this sort of like a fruit tray. You could. So I'm going to just slice the watermelon in slices. Of course, they're not going to be paper thin like regular carpaccio, but sort of like that. And usually they stay in place, but it's got a mind of its own today. So, and we've just got a small little plate here. So I'm gonna just put the watermelon slices down. We're gonna plate as we go. And just kind of do them at an angle, sort of. Like that, so that people can just come by with some tongs or something and grab it and go. Cut up the rest of this. Okay. Just put this down on the plate. Okay. All right. Try to make that look neat. Okay, we'll put these to the side. These other little pieces. All right. And clean up a little bit. So to this, you're gonna go in with a liquid of sorts. So if you want, you can use honey, you can use agave. You can mix the agave with a little bit of cinnamon or something, just to give it a little boost of flavor. Balsamic vinaigrette would be really nice with this too. If it's too tart, you can add a little agave to it. This is our shallot vinaigrette. So I'm just going to drizzle that over the watermelon. So I have a good enough covering there. Okay. And then I'm going to add next some feta. So this is some vegan feta. I'm just going to sprinkle it over the top of the watermelon, like so. Just try to get it a little bit everywhere, strewn around. Okay. Then got some fresh mint leaves that we're going to add to this. And you can either just pick the leaves off the stems, leave it like that, or you can chop them up. So I'm going to just kind of slice them up, chop them up a little bit. Okay. All right. And just sprinkle, just it's pretty as you go as well, you know. That green hitting the red. It's really nice. Okay. Then you want to go in with your strawberries. Now you can quarter your strawberries, or you can just cut them in half. I'm going to just cut them in half today. And as we go, I'm going to put them around the sides. Really, the purpose of the strawberry is for decoration. So now if you, like I mentioned earlier, having a fruit tray or fruit platter, if you got some cherries and you got the time, you can cut the cherries and pit the cherries. That would go great on here as well. Maybe every other piece, strawberry, cherry, that would be neat. So, especially if you're having things outside or, you know, like in a patio or some covered cool space, this is something nice and refreshing to bring out. Okay. All right. Put those there. Okay. One more. I think that'll be it. Okay. And then, last but certainly not least, is our pecan meal. So this is a really special ingredient. You could just do crushed pecans if you don't want to do the pecan meal. But this has crushed pecans, a little bit of sea salt, some turbinado sugar, and cinnamon. You might think cinnamon. Trust me, it is really good. I'm going to go back on this and put a little bit of the dressing on the strawberries too. And then I'm just going to sprinkle this pecan meal over the top. Try not to make too much of a mess. So that just makes it really special. And so that's it, y'all. Really simple, really fast. You can plate it as you go, but it's something nice and refreshing to have. Even if it's late at night and you're watching TV and you got the munchies, you just want something, but you don't want something heavy. This is something great to pull out and eat and you don't feel guilty about. So this is it. This is our watermelon carpaccio.
I couldn't agree more with you, Chef Kim. That looks perfect. It really, really does. And I think anyone who is, or anybody that's particularly a fruit lover, I think they would love this most definitely. So we appreciate you giving us this wonderful recipe to try this summer.
Oh, my pleasure.
We look forward to seeing you back in October. And what can you give us a hint of what we may be looking at for October?
I don't know if we're going to do something with a grain or maybe an ancient grain, something like that.
I know you always have something different but yet delicious for us, so we can't wait to have you back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Folks, thank you again for joining us today for plant-based cooking. Again, if this is your first time and if you liked and enjoyed today's show, please make sure you like, thumbs up, and share our video on our social media page and on YouTube. Again, we'd like to extend our thank you for support to the Jefferson County Extension System. And if you are interested in seeing other AARP local events, both in person and virtual, please visit aarp.local/org to see about upcoming events within your area. Thanks again, and we hope to see you again back next time.